Logger John here, and it's Saturday morning, and it's Thanksgiving weekend, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And today I have a little project that we're going to go down and work on down at the end of my driveway. There's some brush to clean up and some small trees to cut, and got my team here already, the four-wheeler, the chainsaw, my trailer. I'm going to use my MS 170 today. I already tried it out once on I guess it was a couple videos back. It's a gorgeous day today so far. It's supposed to rain later maybe, so going to go down there and check out this project, so stay tuned. Okay folks, we are down here on the side of the road, and yeah, so here's what I got to do. This is Township Road. You've probably seen me grading that on one of my videos with the tractor, with the Massey. And up at the end of the driveway is my laneway starts, or at the end of the Township Road is my driveway starts up there. So this right here, fence, the rail fence, I built that in the spring, last spring. It was over here. I moved it over here and rebuilt it, and then the fence goes that way. All the leaves. Crazy. So anyways, I want to continue the fence up here all the way up to the start of my driveway, all the way down, but I can't build a fence here for two reasons. All this brush needs to be cut down, cleaned up, but the biggest reason is all these rocks in here. There's all kinds of rock piles. Hey, what do you know? It's windy and I'm trying to make a video. All these rocks. And up at the other end there's a pile of dirt and some rocks. So I'm getting a local guy in with his excavator. He's got a Kubota excavator, and I hired him to move these rocks, level this off, move some of these rocks, so the fence will be here somewhere. I gotta line it up. He's got a Kubota excavator. He said he can do this job in a day, plus move. I'll show you later, but up there, like I said, there's some dirt, like a big pile of old dirt and rocks. So he's just going to move them and dump them, just throw them back there, some of these rocks, because you can't build a fence with these rocks here. So but for what I got to do though is cut down some of these brush, some of these buckthorn, a lot of buckthorn in there. I'm going to save this little maple, and then there's an ash down there. So the job, there's nothing here. There's a little pile of stuff here that needs to be leveled out. There's an elm tree here that's partially dead. I'm not going to cut that today, but the fence will be on the outside of it, and then the fence will go up there. So that's the project for today, is cleaning some of this stuff out of here so he can get his excavator in easier. I looked into renting an excavator. I figured it would take me a couple days to do this. So ended up being the price of renting the excavator for the weekend, and I never drove one too much before, so I wouldn't be too fast on it. It was just as cheaper just to hire the guy to do this with his own hi-ho, and he said he could do it in a day or less, like less than a day probably. Okay guys, I'll set you guys up. I'm gonna start cutting down there. Okay guys. I just realized I didn't have my camera turned on. I forgot to turn my camera on. Anyways, I started cutting some of this buckthorn. I'm just going to chuck the tops back in there, or the limbs. Get a little bit of wood out of it for the campfire or whatever. It's hard stuff too. Wow. Little MS 170, working great. Love it so far. It's cutting nice. Nice little handling saw. Oh, it's clouding over a little bit, but okay, I'm going to clean this up, and yeah, this wood is like really hard, this buckthorn, especially when it dies. It dries out. Crazy. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys up somewhere. folks. We're getting her done here. Oh, I just love this buckthorn stuff. It gets all tangled together. It's really hard to get apart. Put it up there by the trailer. There's a little piece. Okay, you can see my fence better now. So I'm just going to make like a straight line. I'm going to put some stakes in here so the guy knows where I want the fence. So he doesn't have to move this whole pile, I don't think, but kind of hard to tell on the camera, but kind of a big hole here. Move this out of the way. I'm just piling the brush back in there so it'll just rot, but there's a couple big rocks right here. I don't know if he can move them or not, but he said he could fill, maybe take some of them rocks and dirt or whatever and fill this up a little. Maybe a little bit there if he can't get these rocks out of here. And I can build my fence right up here. I probably won't be building this fence till next spring probably, but all the way up there. So like just cleaning this brush out of here. One thing too, it's really hard to walk in here. It's all these rocks. The camera doesn't do it any justice, but you really gotta be careful when you're cutting where you're stepping. I got these to clean out up in there. Maybe some of these ones a little bit. Okay, I'm going to set you guys up. Okay, stay tuned, guys. Okay guys, well, I fell that one right on the trailer. Now I gotta clean this mess up. Oh, friggin' buckthorn. Oh, someone's cutting their grass down there, I guess. I'm just gonna chuck all this stuff back in there. Okay guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, yeah, this is the cleanup. A little bit more brush in here. This little elm. And so far we're getting there, hey? You can see all the rock now. A lot of rock. It's an ash, just gonna leave it. It's probably gonna die anyway from the emerald ash borer, but what do you do? There's a little bit here to clean up. I had to cut this little elm, but okay. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit here, a little more there. There's a big elm, well, not really big, but it's kind of still alive, but kind of half of the back part's dead. We'll see. We're not going to cut it today though. I might not cut it till when I build my fence next spring. So hope you can hear me. It's a little bit windy. Now you can see a little bit better if you look way down there. The fence, it's going to come right up here, right on the outside of this tree, all the way on the outside of this apple tree, like right here. So there's a little bit of brush down at that end to clean up. Okay guys, stay tuned. I'm just going to clean this up here. Hey folks, okay, I'm back here. Just went for lunch. Got a little bit more cleaning up here to do. I had to go gas up the saw. Now I got to pick up the little bit of wood, a couple piles. I got a couple more branches there to cut off. Clean this up, and there's a little bit up there to do. Okay folks, I'm done this section here. Ended up with a little bit of wood for the campfire or whatever, furnace. A couple piles down there. Lots of rocks. So I'm hoping he can come with the excavator He said he might come in a couple weeks. Level these rocks out a bit, just enough to build a fence, get the fence up through here. It's a lot of rocks. He's got a thumb on the like a thumb on the excavator. You can just pick all these rocks up and just put them back there. He said, level it out a little bit, and then up here, level that out around that tree. Okay, we're up here. Here's the start of my driveway, right here. This is where the township road ends. There's a concession that goes back there to the lake. So basically my driveway starts here. They plow this in the wintertime, they just turn around here and then they go back out. My house is down there. I got some brush here to clean up. And you can see the piles of dirt and stuff that they dumped in here years ago. I cleaned up some of the brush here. I dragged all the brush back there out of the way. So he's going to level all this off. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that yet. I might cut it, maybe not today. I'm going to clean this up here, and I'm going to get some stakes and start down there at the fence and put the where I want the fence. I'm going to put the stakes so he knows roughly where I want the fence. It's going to come up here. I'm just not sure where it's going to end right here. There's a bunch of rocks. I'm hoping he can dig them out of there and just smooth it out a bit. Just dump the rocks back in the woods. Oh, I'm sweating. It's clouding over like it's going to rain, and I got some grass to cut, so I'm going to call it a day, like I said, for this project. And hopefully on the next video I'm going to start cutting some firewood, so that'll be next weekend. There's quite a few elms back here to cut, and some ash are starting to die, so it'll be wood cutting video season. I'm not sure if I'm going to get any footage of this guy working. I'm not sure when he's coming. He said probably in a couple weeks. He's booked up pretty good, pretty solid. Probably the end of October, maybe, or before, hopefully. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be here when he's working. He does have a Kubota excavator, a big one. So not sure what size it is. But okay guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.